knew Kwadwo was a lover boy. A little foolish, in fact. But this kind of stupid love is too much. Oh. This boy completely lost his mind. And if you think I'm exaggerating, let me take you to the genesis of the story. Then perhaps you will understand what is actually happening here. You see, Kwadwo grew up in a poor household. His father died at a very early age, and his mother became the sole caretaker of the family. Maame Yaa was the definition of a hard worker. This woman will wake up every single day very early in the morning just to go to work. She would fry plantain and yam by the roadside. She would work from morning till evening until all her fingers became blistered. Her eyes became so watery and red with smoke. But she didn't mind. Maame Yaa just wanted a better future for her son. She loved Kwadwo. Kwadwo was the apple of her eyes. You see, Maame Yaa didn't have the opportunity to go to school. So Kwadwo, she wanted to do everything for him just so he can have a better future, so that he can also one day have a very prominent work. So Maame Yaa would save every single penny in that old susu box under her bed, just to ensure that she is accumulating money to pay his fees. But Kwadwo had other plans, and that plan's name was Serwaa. Serwaa was the prettiest girl in the neighborhood, and she knew it. She walked around like she owned the place. All the guys were always over her, and so she would always cheat them out of money. But Kwadwo was so infatuated. He was so in love, and he couldn't see what all the townsfolk clearly see. Serwaa was a gold digger, and no matter what you told Kwadwo, he didn't hear. Kwadwo would follow Serwaa everywhere she goes. Serwaa got tired and bored of him. So Serwaa told Kwadwo, I am giving you until Friday. If you don't get me the latest iPhone, forget about it. I'll never be your girlfriend. Kwadwo's heart, you should have seen him. He was so scared. But Kwadwo also didn't have a dime, and yet he was ready to do anything possible to get Serwaa that phone. So how was Kwadwo going to get the money? He did the unthinkable. This boy actually broke into his mother's old susu box under her bed, took out all that money, gathered it, just to get Serwaa an iPhone. So he took the money, went into a very luxurious shop, and got her the iPhone. He presented the iPhone to her like a prize, and then Serwaa accepted Kwadwo. So Kwadwo then became Serwaa's boyfriend. He bragged to all his friends, to all the people in the neighborhood, that now he is the king of the hood. Serwaa was now Kwadwo's girlfriend. His friends were surprised. Where did you get money to buy this phone for her? But he said he had that sorted out. After all, he was a big boy. But trouble was coming. Of course, trouble always comes. The next day, Monday, assembly in school, the principal just made an announcement that a couple of people still had not paid their final year fees. And if you had not paid your fees, you were going to go home immediately. Kwadwo's heart started beating so quickly. He was scared. He knew what he had done. So during first class period, Mr. Fosu started going row by row to check everyone's receipt. He got to Kwadwo's desk and asked Kwadwo, where is your receipt? Kwadwo tried to play it cool, to act as if nothing is wrong. And then he lied. He told Mr. Fosu, my mom said she has been trying to transfer this money. In fact, it is the mobile network that has been messing up since last week. The money is ready. But Mr. Fosu knew Kwadwo so well, and knew in that moment that Kwadwo was lying. So Mr. Fosu just grabbed him straight to the principal's office and told the principal that Kwadwo is playing tricks with him. He has not paid his fees, and yet he's not coming clean. The principal didn't waste any time at all. He just took his phone and called Maame Serwaa on the phone. Maame Serwaa arrived at the school wearing her apron, still covered in the soot from the plantain oil, all dusty. But this woman didn't mind. She asked Kwadwo, where is the money I gave you? And then Kwadwo tried to play it cool. Mommy, I put the school fees in my bag and I think someone stole it. I've been so scared to tell you. I've been so scared. Maame Yaa put her hands on her head. She started to scream, hey, someone has stolen this money. Do you know how much I suffered before I actually got this money? Maame Yaa was screaming. Immediately, Mr. Fosu entered the room and said, Kwadwo, are you sure someone has really stolen this money? Because there's a rumor going around the school. a very interesting rumor. I heard you got your girlfriend the latest iPhone. This iPhone is more than your whole year's tuition. So where did you get that money to buy her the phone as a young boy who is not working? Maame Yaa didn't even know Kwadwo had stolen the money in his susu box. His lies became dismantled. He looked at the principal, looked at his mom, looked at Mr. Fosu, and then he realized there was no way out. Everything had been laid bare. Hey, if you're enjoying the story so far, I need you to like this video and share it so that we can push it forward. So back to our story. Very dramatic. Maame Yaa started screaming, "An iPhone! An iPhone! Ha! Kwadwo, this was a lie. I burn my hands in hot fire every single day. Is this the payment I have gotten? I just wanted a good future for you, Kwadwo. Kwadwo, how can you do this to me?" She beat her chest and cried. The principal, in fact, had to fan her. And in that moment, the principal told Kwadwo that, "Kwadwo, you've been expelled from this school, and I am not going to accept a liar and a thief in my school." Maame Yaa did everything she could. She begged the principal because she wanted her son to become a graduate. But the principal had already made up his mind. And before anyone could say anything, Kwadwo was already running out of the principal's office. Kwadwo's mother ran up to him. Imagine a son doing that to his mother. Total madness. But right in front of the principal's office were Kwadwo's two friends, Akwesi and Kwame. They were standing there waiting for him. They were like, how can you do that, Kwadwo? You threw your future away for who? Serwaa. This Maame Serwaa in the neighborhood, this girl who is a gold digger. Kwadwo started defending Serwaa. But his friend Akwesi told him, "This girl will kill you and feed your bones to the dogs." But he didn't care. He continued to run. He needed comfort in that moment. And he knew where he was going to find that comfort. Of course, Serwaa. So Kwadwo ran straight to Serwaa's house. And as he got closer, he could hear some music, high life music. He could hear talks of many people. He could hear the sound of excitement and party. So he just climbed over the wall to see what was happening in Serwaa's house, and what Kwadwo saw in that moment broke his spirit. Serwaa was there sitting on the lap of his real boyfriend. They were kissing, they were dancing with a group of friends around them. Kwadwo couldn't believe his eyes, and in that moment he entered into the compound with so much anger, so much force, and went straight to Serwaa. "Serwaa, how can you do this to me? This iPhone you are holding, do you know that it is my face? Do you know I stole my mother's lifetime saving just to get you this phone?" Serwaa didn't even feel guilty. She didn't even care at all. She said, "And so what? Did I ask you to steal your mother's money? Serwaa, I got expelled because of that phone." Serwaa told him, "I don't care. Look at your head like crushed in tomatoes. Did you think you could actually date a girl like me? Am I your type?" Kwadwo was completely broken. Serwaa and her friends started laughing at him, pointing fingers at him, and sacked him from the compound. Kwadwo left crying, broken, thinking about how he was going to face his mother, especially after all that sacrifice she had made for him. But at that point, there was nothing he could do. Kwadwo broke his mom's trust, destroyed his future, lied to his family and friends, just to buy a seat at a table where he was always meant to be a joke. You see, never ever lower your standard for someone who only cares about you just because of what you can get them. And if you enjoy the story, I need you to like, subscribe, and share this video, and I'll see you soon in the next one.